welcome back to my channel. It's Peyton and today I'm here with
Jordan or JorWish.
Before I even start, I'm sorry, but if you have not clicked the subscribe button, please do so now, okay? Please. Today we're coming to you guys with
College Freshman Advice.
And we're going to be telling you guys all the ins and outs of being a college freshman when you're brand new and you want to know things that you feel like you don't know. We had a part 1, which was posted like way last year at the end of our freshman year, and now we're both second year sophomores at UCLA and we feel like we have a lot more experience. Plus in that other video I also told you guys we'd be coming back with the part 2. I'm about to put y'all on, so we're gonna get started. We literally have like a whole list of stuff. We have 5 topics and we have like little subcategories within each, and we're just probably gonna go off into a little tangent. So our first topic is classroom and academics. We didn't really focus on this much in the last video, so we have a lot of things to tell you guys for this one.
So the first tip that we want to give is that you could either go to a public or a private college, and there is a huge difference. We go to a public school right now, UCLA, and do you want to say like a little bit about the atmosphere here?
Just as an African-American woman going here on campus, sometimes I feel like an ant. It's very, very, very easy to feel small, regardless of whatever race you are. When you're going to school with like tens and thousands of people, you're gonna feel small, and you're gonna be in classrooms with like 300, 200 people, and you're not, the professor's not gonna know your name. So basically, you're just gonna be another number. And private schools, they're definitely more one-on-one focused. You'll be in a classroom with enough people that your teacher will remember you if you'd miss class.
Yeah.
Another thing, recently I was in a class, and this was actually a discussion, which is a little bit different, but I was in discussion and somebody asked if they could use the restroom. Don't do that.
Let's go. Like,
literally in college, nobody cares what you do. Like, you cannot show up to class. They don't care. Like, if it's required, I mean, shit, it's on you. But, you know, you're not, nobody's holding your hand like, why didn't you go to class today? You're just getting that 0. Yeah. When you're in class and you're, like, taking notes, do not write everything down on the slide. It is. I
do this.
It's it's literally a drastic fail. Unless you have a professor that doesn't like...
It depends on their lecture style.
Yeah, like if you have a professor who like has a whole bunch of stuff on a lecture and you see that he's talking more, it probably means that what he's saying is more important than what's on the slide.
It kind of shows that you're paying attention. Like sometimes if you're just looking at the slides, you're not really listening to the information, not really retaining it. But if you can look at a slide, listen to what they're saying, and make your own notes, that's when you really got it, and it's going to pay off.
When you're reading and you're taking notes for any readings that you do, you want to use a pen or a highlighter to, you know, underline, annotate, and just take the key parts from it. Do not read everything. You will spend hours and hours and hours reading everything if you really listen to your professor, like page 6 to 500. Like, just learn how to, like...
You'll learn how to read.
Yeah.
It's weird to say that, but, like, even in textbooks, like, stuff is in bold for a reason. Use Quizlet, or if your school has one, a test bank. Quizlet, if you're not sure, it's a website, and honestly, you don't have to make your own study sets, but you can. But a lot of times what I do is I'll search the name of a class or a subject, and literally a whole study guide will pop up that someone already made. So I don't know if your school probably has this, but just try to get your hands on old tests. Like, even if you can ask your professor sometimes, maybe
or
on
like
download.
Other people you know who took the class.
So they're probably not going to change everything about the class, so you can easily just learn off of someone else.
Look at the teacher's reviews before you enroll in a class. Very important. If you're a potential UCLA student, it is called Brew and Walk. And other schools have other things, but definitely I know like a lot of schools have those.
Because you don't want to enroll in a class and like 2 weeks later you look at the reviews and it's like, oh, this professor does not give out A's.
Because then you're just like or you know, you buy your book and then you do not have to read. And then the last thing that we have for this topic is to read the syllabus. I really don't always do this, but at one point in your semester, your quarter, you're gonna have to read that syllabus because you're gonna want to know test dates, due dates, what you gotta read, what books you gotta purchase. Basically, read the syllabus.
You need to read the syllabus. How do you not read the syllabus? Like,
I will read the syllabus like the second week.
You don't want to have multiple tests on the same day. You don't want to have like too much overlap, and you just want to like prepare yourself, because due dates really, they sneak up on you. Like, you may hear, oh, it's not due until December. You
Oh, the
can look
syllabus
around.
say March.
Before you ask the question to the professor, just check the syllabus first, because you don't want to be that dumb one. You ask a question and they're like, it's on the syllabus.
So next we have outside the classroom and
Social life.
so the first thing that we have is not to tell your business to everybody. In college, private or public university, people talk, your information will go around fast. So either watch who you're going to tell your business to or don't tell it to anybody at all.
It's a competitive atmosphere, some more than others, but people will seem like they're rooting for you, but really they're preying on your downfall, and you just don't want that energy around you. The next tip is to sign up for tutoring or any extra programs that you can. I don't know why growing up I feel like there was a stigma against tutoring, but tutoring is cool. Okay, tutoring is very cool, and if you need that extra help, definitely take advantage of it.
They will have you. Like, if you're a potential UCLA student, part 2, there's a program called AAP with all the little plugs, the ins and outs. They will help you with the ins and outs. They will put you on everything. If you don't go to UCLA, you guys gotta like go and search for that kind of stuff. Always do your research for your school, tutoring programs, or even talk to friends about getting extra help outside of the classroom.
Tutoring can really be that difference between like a B and an A, or like a B plus and an A minus. Like, everything helps.
Don't be afraid to ask questions in class. If you think you're gonna look dumb, you're really not, because at the end of the day, if somebody thinks you look dumb for asking a question and getting knowledge that's gonna help you for the future, then they're really the dumb ones. We kind of touched on like parties in the last video, but we forgot a little bit of things, so we're gonna add just a little few things.
This is when a party gets shut down, and depending on where you go to school, when this happens, like a lot of times freshmen especially don't know what to do. Like, they've never experienced this. So Peyton, what would you do if, you know, 5-0 was at the door?
Don't be rude at all. You want to follow directions if you're given any directions, and you just want to go home. Leave out the door. Don't try to start no conflict. Don't try to start a fight. Don't talk to your friends and look for the next plot. Well, you can talk to your friends and look for the next plot, but don't do it inside the party. Do it outside the party when you're far away from the police.
Basically, when the police come, exit the premises. Like,
and whoever you went with, you need to leave with. So don't leave your friends behind. The one that I didn't mention really is to know your limits when you're drinking, you're smoking, you're doing any drugs. If you're gonna do bad things, you want to be responsible. Like, if you want to act like adult, you need to be responsible like adults. So don't drink too much if you know you can't handle your liquor. If you don't know how much you can handle, don't try to test it out when you're going to a party. Test it out inside a room. I already said, like, don't smoke other people's weed. Don't do drugs with people that you don't trust.
With the whole police thing, like, if you get caught with any of that stuff, it's just bad. And you've made it this far to college, and you don't want, like, some dumb thing like that to just ruin your whole life after you've worked this hard just to get there.
The next topic that we have is lifestyle habits and life hacks.
The first one is not to be afraid to ask for changes, especially with your roommates. If from like week 1 or day 1 you notice something that's getting on your nerves, speak up then, because you're going to be in that room for a long time, and you may think you can deal with it, but really no. Just speak up. It's okay.
Exercise and eating right, because in the last video somebody said, how do you avoid the freshman 15? So this is a really like big important one.
It's really easy to gain the freshman 15. I feel like especially at UCLA, like when the food is good.
It's really hard to not get fat. Unless you go vegan or vegetarian, because I know a lot of people who switch to that, and you know, they're succeeding with their weight. And honestly, truly, a lot of people that I'm around exercise, and I just see the results, and I'm just like, dang, if only I could.
Take the longer route one day, or like
do like little in-home exercises.
Yeah.
Or maybe just going for a jog or a run.
Take the stairs and not the elevator. Like, it's just small things like that.
You can do it.
It's possible to not gain the freshman 15. And even if you gain it, it's possible to lose it. Moving off campus is a way to lose it if that's a worry for you, but I think it's fine. It's all part of life.
Like shopping at cheap stores.
College, like, I mean, yeah, you kind of want stuff that's going to last you, but you don't need to have, like, designer and, like, name brand or, like, just expensive stuff, you know? Like,
I like them. If you're somebody like me that likes the designer name brand and you like to look poppin', get yourself a job or start making some type of money.
If you're like me and you're just, like, need something to fill a purpose, you can use coupons, like those, but just know, like, save money where you can, because, like, you don't know how much money you need in college. Like, it's
Literally,
crazy. You can just get paid and then...
Save your money. That is another big one. Like, save your money. If you get some money, portion it off and save it. Another one is to know when to cut your friends off. We're not going to go on a tangent like this too much because we already covered it in the last video, but just make sure you know who you're around and make sure you know who your real friends are.
And it's okay to, like, cut people off. You don't have to be mean and just, like, stop talking to them, but, like, if it's for the betterment of your mental health, because it's already stressful, if this relationship is stressing you out, like, just fall back, bro or girl.
Packing snacks for class, like if you skip a meal or you need to keep something to help you stay awoke or you need to keep something to help you stay awake, then take little snacks or little energy drinks and eat them throughout class.
Not energy drinks, that's bad.
So you don't drink coffee?
No.
I don't drink coffee either. But I know a lot of people that drink coffee, so.
Keep a water bottle. I like to keep maybe an apple.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Drink water. That's a life lesson.
Even though we did, I think in the last video we recommended like an on-campus and meal plan, we still think that it's important for you to have a refrigerator and a microwave in your room if you're allowed.
If you can. Otherwise, like, just get little snacks that you can put in like a pantry or a little safe space somewhere in your room or your desk. The other one that's kind of like more of like a mental health self-care thing is like take breaks. Spend time with yourself, be in tune with your emotions, and if you can't spend time with yourself, then spend time with your friends.
I think it's good to take a break, honestly, from everyone at times, because I feel like in college it's easy to just get caught up in being social life, always around people, and I don't want to say you forget who you are, but like it's important to realize why you're there, and it's all about you, like all about finding yourself and the betterment of you.
If you're ever feeling any way, like sad or like super excited or happy, you don't know who to talk to, it's always best to talk to like family or very close friends, or if you don't feel comfortable talking to them about your problems, then you can go and like seek other ways. Like, you know, at UCLA we have this place called CAPS. It's very helpful for people if they like need somebody to talk to outside of like their circle. It's also good to do like little programs if you can go and visit your college before you actually SIR or whatever it's called, before you actually decide to go there, and just make sure it's a good fit for you, because sometimes we get so caught up in, you know, the name or like the acceptance rate of schools that we forget you're going to be there for 4 years, and that's a large portion of your lifetime. Get a job when you learn to deal with time management. That's how I was saying, you can't always afford to look good, or you can't always afford to have new things, so get a job and save your money so that you can get things when you like, and you can also do things when you like. You want to make sure you know what you're spending your money on.
It doesn't have to be like a conventional job if that doesn't work for you. Like we both have had like conventional jobs, like working on campus or something, but let's say you know how to cut hair, or you know how to braid hair, or just any little hack you have. Like, any side hustle is good. You just want to have a way where you can generate income, because it kind of, I don't know, I kind of feel bad asking my parents for money, even though I do it too often. Same. But it's like, you're trying to grow up, you know? So it's cool to have your own money. Even if your parents give you money, it's cool to have money. Okay, this is my own money. You know?
Somebody asked us, how should you pack when getting ready for college? I am the worst person to ask this question to, because
she brought everything.
I didn't even bring everything. I brought like 3/4, like 75% of the things in my closet, because, you know, I just feel like I need everything.
First of all, in college, you wear like the same clothes all the time. Like, well, me, you wear like the same, like, I'm just saying, like, for me, like, I'd rather just have like cuter clothes for like not going to class than like going to class. So I would say just have like staple like sweatpants and just like easy outfits for class. But things people forget to bring, like, clothing wise, are like, you're gonna need professional clothing, like something to wear to an interview.
At least have like 2 professional attire. Like, have
like
your little
slacks.
formal, and then have your little casual, business casual, you know, for interviews or like professional dressy things.
And you're gonna need, like, for heels and stuff, you're gonna want like you're going out heels and like professional heels. You know, a lot of times people don't think you need that, but you do.
I only brought 1 pair of heels here, and I really wish that I would have brought more. Clothing that depends on the weather of your school, so you might be all the way on the east side, you might be all the way on the west side. Make sure you know the climate or the weather of your school, because you don't want to pack like you're in LA when you're going to school in Princeton.
But yeah, we could do a whole video on packing, so if you have any more questions, maybe we'll just do a whole video on what we bring. So the next category that we have for you guys is social media and branding. So my first tip is, you're going to have an RA if you're living on campus, and so I would say to definitely get acquainted with your RA. They're not like, you shouldn't be afraid of them, and you shouldn't be a stranger either, because...
Oh, also, a RA is a resident assistant, if y'all don't know. So that's the person who's like the head of your floor.
We would say to be acquainted with them, but don't get too close, because, you know, people will just turn around and write you up.
It's literally their job to write you up.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're not even doing it because they don't like you. They're doing it because they have to have something when they go to their boss. Like, they have to present them with something.
You usually set yourself up. Like, when you get written up, you're like, damn, like, that was so dumb. Like,
right.
It's so easy not to get written up.
And know your rules, your housing rules, if you're staying on campus. Very important. So then the next thing that we have is going to office hours, tutoring sessions, and reaching out to your TA. Office hours in college are like, it's just like going to your teacher's own personal office and talking to them about any questions you have about lecture, or if you just want to get to know them, that's a great time to become their friend and talk to them a lot, because 9 times out of 10, if you're somebody like us and you go to a public university, your professor doesn't know who you are. Going to their office hours will help you get more acquainted with them. If you go to your professor's office hours and they are a nice professor and you're on the verge of like a B+ to an A-, they'll be like, oh, I always see you in office hours, so I'm gonna help you out, give you that little grade boost.
Also a good way to get research opportunities, and in the future, if you're planning on doing grad school or law school or med school, anything like that, they can write you a letter of recommendation.
Aside from just networking with professors and TAs, you want to network with other people on campus. You don't know who you're in class with, you don't know who you're saying hi to. Make friends with strangers, make friends with the people on your floor if you're living on campus. Just make friends, because everybody can help everybody in college.
You never know when you're going to need someone. Me personally, like, every job that I've gotten is through someone that I know, you know? So it's like, those connections really pay off.
Always good to have friends that have a job that you might want, because 9 times out of 10, you only get a job if you know somebody that works there or has worked there.
But once you decide where you're going to college, you're going to want to look to find some friends, and an easy way to do that is to look on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Find people who are in your same school and follow them. Like, don't be afraid to follow them first. It's a cool way to make friends, and even if you don't become friends, it's just nice to, like, start that network, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and follow them, DM them, connect with them, so that once you get there, you have, you know, a little community, you have a couple of friends, just in case you don't really know how to socialize as well. Also, if you're going to connect with like TAs and people who are not your friends on social media, keep it professional. You don't want to be posting your nudes on your Snapchat and your little thirst traps on your Twitter when you got TAs and people that you don't really know like that following you.
Also, a LinkedIn. Make a LinkedIn. It really helps. It's just like your resume on the social media.
So last but not least, we have academics outside of the classroom. This can kind of tie in hand with a couple of things we already said. First thing that we have is to apply for scholarships. If you are a low-income student and you need help paying for college, scholarships are the way. Financial aid will help you. Don't ever think that you cannot afford college, because if you are really invested in your future, then you can take out loans if you have to. Honestly, scholarships, that can be one whole video within itself.
Not be in a rush to buy a book before class starts. You might start getting emails from your professor, or like alerts like, oh, here's the syllabus, or here are the books you need to buy. Don't get too excited and be like, okay, oh, I gotta pay $250 to get my books. Like, go to the class first, feel it out, because one, you might drop the class and then you just have to try to return the book, and that can be a whole process.
Sometimes you really don't even have to buy a book. You can really just Google your book and probably find a PDF online for free. That's just saving like $150 or $50.
If you know someone, like an older student, that can lend you the book if they already bought it, or you could go to the library. The library has all the books. You gotta get there early though.
Next thing that we have is to study abroad and do research programs.
I think it's something that everyone should do, like, while they're in school. And about, like, if you think that it's too expensive, definitely, like, apply for scholarships, because there's so much money out there, you guys, so definitely do that. And make sure that it kind of aligns with you graduating on time. College really is the best time to travel.
Y'all don't really need to. If you're a freshman,
just start thinking about it.
Yeah, like, you can just start thinking about it, but you don't really have to.
Usually, like, third year. Third year is, like, the year to study abroad. The next thing is to keep a calendar. I do have a planner, but I don't really use it that much, but I have like a whiteboard calendar, and that really helps me. Like, I just write down like all my due dates. So this goes along with the syllabus thing. So when I see the dates on my syllabus, I just write it on my calendar, so then I can just visually see it, just to like keep account of everything, because due dates do like build up.
I also have a calendar, and sometimes I'll forget to write on my actual like weekly calendar, but I also put things in my phone. So if you have an iPhone, I don't know how Androids are, but I'm pretty sure your Androids have a calendar. Use your calendar on your phone, put in important dates as soon as you get them, and I download my class schedule on my phone just because I'm not about to just automatically remember that. It's really great. It's just always great because time management is very important in college.
You will forget that you have class, so like, it may sound dumb, but you really will. Visit where your classes are before the first day of school.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Because you'll get, I don't know, like, UCLA may just be confusing, but you don't want to be late just because you don't know where class is.
Yeah, then we have making friends in your classes for study groups, or just finding people to do homework with. Smart kids in the class, you don't want to find like the procrastinators and the people who are not really going to be a benefit to you. Because that's just always great to have a friend in the class, because if you're ever absent, they can take notes for you, and if they're really, really nice, they can send you homework, or they can send you lecture slides that you may have missed. Just anything. It's always, always, always great.
Don't be a leech either. Like, if you're gonna, you have to have like a 50-50 relationship, you know, like, sometimes, like, okay, someone will text me, hey, can you sign me in? And it's like, okay, but, like, next time you got me, you know, so don't, like, you have to, I don't know, like, be even.
Yeah, like, it needs to be even. Like,
Yeah.
if they do something for you, know in your head that you owe them. Just
I mean, I guess you can see it as cool, like, oh, I know seniors, or I know juniors, and you're a freshman, and that's cool and all, but you don't want to just only have upperclassmen friends, because at the end of the day, you're not graduating with them. They're going to be gone before you are, and so what are you going to do when they're gone? And by the time they're gone, everyone in your grade, they're probably already going to, or your class, they're probably already going to have their groups and stuff, so it's just nice to find that balance. Like, my main group of friends, they're the same year as me, but I do have, like, some close friends, not a bunch, not like people I talk to every day, but I still have close friends that are in different years than me.
So this is the end of the video. If you guys liked it, please don't forget to give it a big giant thumbs up, and make sure you guys comment down below if you have any questions, if you think we missed something, or if you just totally agree with some of the things we said in this video. I thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you head on over to Jordan's channel and follow her on Instagram, and everything will be in the description box below. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!